Did you not hear me?
Good morning, good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Happy Tuesday to you. I just want to talk a little bit this morning about it's okay not to know. It was so funny. I was looking at a couple of snippets yesterday, and one particular thumbnail had Whoopi Goldberg and Tyler Perry on it. And so I clicked on it. It was like a little 2-minute snippet. And so the host asked both of them some questions, and when he got to Tyler Perry, he said, "What is the most lamentable thing you've ever done?" And so Tyler Perry started to speak, and he said, "Wait a minute, what's lamentable?" And of course, then Whoopi tried to kind of say it up under her breath, you know, give him the definition of what lamentable was. But of course, the host then said regrettable. Y'all, I read the comments, so I was just in the comment section, and people were going in on him for asking what lamentable is. He said, you know, he just said, "Hey, this is a 12, keep it simple, this is a 12th grade education here." And one thing, you know, when I grew up writing in school in English, that was the one thing that the teacher always said, and both my instructors in college, also in my literature courses and everything, said keep your message simple and clear. So I'm not saying one way or the other if Tyler Perry should have known what lamentable meant. However, he was humble enough to say, "I don't know," and not too proud, and you know, because of his status, to say, "I don't know what that means. What is that?" Which I think is very admirable. I want to say this. Have you ever been watching the spelling bee? And to that, people were going in, "Well, he's a Christian, you know, lamentable is in the Bible, and he should know it." I don't know every word in the Bible. Does every Christian know every word in the Bible? It's highly doubtful. You know, and sometimes, you know, they go in the Testament, and I'm like, what is that? And you have to bring out another version of the Bible to even understand the meaning of what you're reading. You know, and I watched the spelling bee, right? And I watched the spelling bee, and I'm like, are those real words? Some of those words, and these children are spelling these words. These are children, and I'm college educated, you know. So I'm thinking, what are these? I mean, I don't know if it's just me, or y'all know all the words they be saying in the spelling bee. You know, if you ever watch it, I'm like, look, I'm real dumb. By the time I get through, and they like, that's the Latin term and something. I'm like, what? You know, what is that word? What does that even mean? You know? So, and I know when we were growing up, it would be like learn a new word every day. And I don't care how many new words I learned, I don't think I would have them all covered. And so I thought it was admirable. And if you ever like do, I write a lot of memos and things like that. And sometimes I'll overuse a word too much. So I'll look up synonyms of, you know, words that are same, that mean the same. And the funny thing is, sometimes it's a word on the list, I'm like, that mean that too? And I recognize the word, know the word, but I didn't know that it had that similar meaning to the word that I was using, that you can use it in that context. So that's what I said. Don't ever be too, I think we get caught up in thinking about what others will think of us. You know, if we admit that we are lacking in an area, or we need help in an area, or we don't know something, it's okay not to know. And it speaks volumes when you are humble enough to admit that you don't know something and that you can learn. We all are in a continuous learning process. This man seems to be well versed. He's able to write plays. He's able to do this, that, and the third. He doesn't have to know what everything means. And some people were, you know, just talking bad about him, and of course other people was taking up about for him, saying how rich he was and how he was able to be a success and how he has blessed and helped other people's lives. You know, and people just want to find the smallest things that you don't know to try to talk about and be against you. But don't you worry about that. You just continue to work to improve yourself. And when you admit to not knowing something and have room to open up your life for somebody to teach you, or, you know, even learn from somebody else, that opens you up for growth in your own life. And I felt like that was a moment where he showed that, look, I don't know everything, you know, but I'm here to find out what this is. And who knows, he may be able to pass that same thing on to somebody else, because now he's learned what lamentable means, you know. So that's what I'm saying. And not this is the simplified thing, but that's just in anything. That was just based on word, but that's on anything. If it's something you don't know how to do it, you don't want to learn to do it, don't struggle through it, ask someone else. And I know that I'm guilty of that sometimes at work. You know, I'd figure out to myself how to do things. Sometimes somebody can show you something a lot quicker, a lot easier, that will be beneficial to you, and you can put your own spin on it once you learn it. But just never be ashamed or afraid to say, I don't know. You're not required to know everything. None of us are required to know everything. None of us will ever know everything. I know sometimes I think I'm a know-it-all, but not really. I learn something new every day, and we all should have a mind open to learn something new every day. And guess what? It's not always from somebody old. It's from all ages. Sometimes you just learn how to enjoy life from little kids. Some things little kids will say will just make your day. Find joy in things. But like I said, don't forget that you're not required in this life to know everything. And it's okay to admit and be humble and have humility to say, no, I don't know. But I'm opening myself up to learning so I can know that particular thing in the future. Anyway, y'all, that's all I had to say today. You know, I always have something to say. But I want you all to know that you're loved. I love you, but God truly loves you the most. Remember to always be kind to yourself and others. Be joyful and be blessed. And y'all just have a wonderful, blessed, and prosperous day. Love you much, and I'll see you later this week for a meal in the chat. Bye.